Welcome back. I'm glad to see you, my boy. We've been trying to get together for a little bit so we can get another episode out. It's been a little rough, so it's been a hot minute. How was your week? Tell me about your week.
Let's see, man. So much has happened. I truly don't know. Like my concept of time is just gone. Like it. I don't know what happened last week, 2 days ago.
Right.
I talked to my past self and my future self. It's a whole thing over here.
Okay.
But some things that happened. I got a new phone. Thanks to my mom.
Okay.
No. For all the people who are stuck on iPhone, I did not get an iPhone.
Yeah, because let's sorry to interject here, but let me tell y'all something about how long we've been trying to get this man to get an iPhone because we've been wanting to FaceTime him and we want to be able to name group chats. That's all we want, right? We don't need all the other stuff that iPhone gives. We don't want the phone games. We don't want none of that. We don't want the regular reactions. Nah, I don't care. We just want to FaceTime and we want to be able to name our group chats. That's it.
See, that's the thing. I was actually gonna go with the iPhone too. Like it was up there. It was actually the thing that I was gonna do.
Right.
But because my phone was up, I don't even know what was going on. But it wasn't my money that I was spending, right? It was my mom's money. So the person behind the booth was like, "Oh, you can get like the newest phone that you can get would be the iPhone 12, or I could get the iPhone 12 for $220.
Yeah.
Or I can get the Samsung A23 for $180. And I'm like, how is that the newest phone when that's the 23 right there? And then I know I said my sense of time is off, but I'm pretty sure we are in 2023. You can't tell me that's the newest version of the phone.
Yeah.
When the iPhone 15 is about to come out anytime soon?
Yeah.
So I'm like, as much as I want this iPhone just to play the iPhone games and for the FaceTime, I'm like, it made no sense for me to spend more money for the iPhone 12 when it's about to be outdated just in a couple months.
I mean, the thing is, right, we were talking to our friends and we were like, that's a flagship phone. Like, no matter how many iPhones they're going to come out with, this is a good phone. Like old Macs, if you get an old Mac, my sister had a Mac for like 10 years. Her first Mac for like 10 years. And this is when I'm 23 now. This is when I was like 11. She got a Mac. And then it just lasted her for as long as I can remember. Still has it to this day. Works fine. And I'm like, dog, they don't make it like they used to.
Yeah.
So
no, you're right about that. Again, I was looking for the iPhone. I was actually going to get the iPhone just to compare it, but I'm like, I don't think that's a fair comparison.
That's fair.
If I'm like, oh, I want to see if I actually like iPhones or whatnot. I'm like, that's not a fair comparison. So I stuck with what I have right now. It's actually not that bad. I still have 64 gigabytes, and I'm just gonna update the memory.
64.
Yeah, it's not. It's more than what I had. It's
how
more
much did you have?
32. My old phone had.
We are actively in 2023 where any app can cost you an easily, if you get an app. Spotify alone on my phone is like 10 gigabytes.
Yeah.
You know how many songs I have downloaded from Spotify? Ain't no 64 not making it through the threshold. Yeah. 64 is not knowing where my address is. Get away from me.
Yeah, no. See, the thing is, I don't download my music on Spotify because we were talking to Carl. I was talking with Carl one day about this. No. She has over. I only have 1,000 songs light.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't download my music like that. So.
I gotta have my music on me. I gotta have something downloaded. I don't got everything downloaded, but I got a lot of stuff downloaded for sure.
Yeah, no, I don't have nearly enough downloaded. But what else happened? My second job, right?
Okay.
So they had to talk to everyone the other day, right? They sent out a whole group message and everything. Because so of course they was like, hey. Oh, everyone's doing fine on the uniforms, but you cannot have your phones in your pockets. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not following that rule.
That's not happening.
I work in the mall. Like, this is the most dangerous thing I'm going to be doing all week, dealing with people.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to have my phone on my pocket at all times. I do not care. Sorry, not sorry.
Mind you, you work in the woods, so if you consider the mall the most dangerous, I don't know how you're making that correlation. But go ahead.
Look, because in the woods, I'm just dealing with nature. Nature's usually calm for the most
That's
part.
way more dangerous. Hello?
Versus random people at any given point.
I take random people over nature any day. I'm not fighting a grizzly bear. I'm not.
No,
that tree looks nice. And then I just see a bear cub, like, what's up with it? I'm like, leave me alone.
See, you included a bear cub. It's like, all right, cool. You over there, I'm over here. I'm good. I can keep my distance. See, but in the mall, though, I'm dealing with drunk people, alcohol. I don't know how they're going to react. So that's more dangerous.
They're not bringing anything that's going to harm me into wherever you work. It's not. I feel like it's the stakes are way lower.
See, I feel like it's more so like stakes are high in the woods, but they're like low. But in the mall,
okay,
stakes are low, but they can happen at any random time.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, working at the mall is the most dangerous thing I do all week.
All right, go ahead.
Is like, oh, put your phone, blah blah blah. What else? Oh, something real quick, right? Not going back to the music thing and everything. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I found a song that actually triggered me, which I know I said this with a smile and everything. It's from Joyner Lucas, I think his name is. I like him. What is this man's name? He does a lot of songs that I like because you have to, going back to past episode of how like it's not a song you have to listen to. He told stories with his songs and everything, so you really have to listen to what he says. And the name of the song was Broski, right?
Okay.
And this song's triggering me. The first time I was just listening to it during my work and everything, right? And I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is like a good vibe. And then I heard it and I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened here? What's the switch up? I'm like, wait,
right.
Now
what are we talking about triggering right now? Because when it comes to music, right, I have different playlists. And you go ahead and look for the song and let me, when it comes to, if you find the lyrics, let me know. I don't know if it was the lyrics or what, but so for me, when it comes to different playlists, if I'm like, oh man, I'm down in the dumps, I have a down in the dumps playlist. If I need to be hype, I got a hype playlist. If I need to be focused, I got a classical joint. Like I have different stuff for different modes, but at the same time, I already know what's going to be the vibe when I turn on. Like if I turn on certain Billie Eilish songs, I don't want to hear nothing because I'm gone. I'm not here, right? I'm on the ocean. I'm on the edge of a building. Like we're there, right? It transports me, but I know that ahead of time, and that hasn't happened in a long time. Even my friends know. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, if this comes on, switch it off because we'll lose him
immediately."
Yeah, you'll just lose me. But no, you got some lyrics or something for us? What we got?
Well, see, I don't even know if I can play the song for real. But,
Probably not.
Probably not. Let me see. But basically, it goes from Joyner Lucas. Songs Broski. Check it out. Actually, I sent that song to you yesterday too. But basically, it goes from a story with two friends and everything. One friend's like, "Oh yeah, you've been here for me. You helped me out when you didn't need to. I appreciate you. We're in this together." That same friend's like, "Oh, by the way, can I get like a whole bunch of bread from you?" Other friend says no. It's like, "Oh, really? You gonna do it like this? You gonna switch up just because you got big and famous now? You just want to think you're better than me?" Like you really have to listen to the song to. But it kind of relates back to why I said I was having war with a friend earlier. Like that kind of, without giving any details, that summarizes everything that I've gone through with this friend. So that's why it's triggering. And I'm like, it's still a great song. But
I for sure have to give it a listen though. All right, but no, I know what you're talking about. So okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a listen later. You got anything else for the week, or you want me to tell you what's going on?
Anything else? Nothing as of right now. What about you? What about you?
Okay, my week. It's been a little more than a week since we last talked, but let me see. I had a friend come visit. That was really fun. We made focaccia bread. Dog, when I tell you that focaccia bread, it has some rosemary on top. We had basil, little. We didn't have any flaky salt. I should have got flaky salt. We had some salt on top. We let it proof for like 3 hours. Yeah, it took a while to let that bread proof, and it was amazing. And then later, I made some rosemary garlic butter to go with it. Boy, I tell you what, that job was good.
I'm getting hungry.
What else happened? I mean, it was a pretty chill week. I went to work. I usually work Friday to Monday, so just weekends, including Monday. But bro, when I tell you, my exhaustion caught up with me.
Oh, I was about to say, me, all our friends are exhausted right now.
My exhaustion caught up with me because I'm used to working Friday to Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But when my friend came up, I was like, all right, cool. I have to take off that day, that Monday, that they come up so that I could be there to pick them up from the train station. Cool. I had to work that Thursday. And I hadn't worked the Thursday in a hot minute. And I worked that Thursday. I'm like, it's calm. I ain't worried about it. Come that Sunday, bro, I was exhausted. So much so, because usually on Sunday I'm good. Monday's an easy day, so I'm not worried about Monday.
Yeah.
I was dreading Monday. I was just like, I don't want to come back. And this is the first time in a long time I've just been like, with any work, that I was just like, I don't want to be here tomorrow. Like I'm going to find a way to get off, but I know I'm going to be here because that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first day, like this morning is the first morning that I've actually slept till I was not tired because I've woken up, right? There's been points where I've been like, all right, cool.
I was just gonna say, like how you said this is your first time sleeping for a long period. You know, I'm not a nap person, right?
Yeah.
I had to take a nap the other day. I was just that drained. And the last time I took a nap was probably, I want to say 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3-4 years ago is when the last time I'm like, oh, let me take a nap for real.
Yeah.
I'd be working. And I'm like, yeah, no. I was tired too, because I went to the store the other day.
Okay.
And nothing like super severe or anything, but I just dozed off at the red light. And I'm like, nah.
Sleeping at the wheel is dangerous. I've done it once. I'd never let it happen again. I was scared.
I blinked and I was gone. Yeah. Luckily, it was just a millisecond. But I'm like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't even be able to tell around me and everything, but I knew. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I need to sleep.
Yeah, no, y'all know, I used to take naps. That was my thing. I love naps. So much so that Car was like, hey, you take too many naps. She's like, you got to get it together. And I was like, okay. So she's like, I need you to last 3 days without taking naps intermittently throughout the day. And I said, you're asking for a lot. I love a good nap, and you know that's my thing. So that took a while for me to get back on track with just being up. Especially with COVID happening and all that. I was just like,
sleep.
What else am I do? Right? I'm in the house. So no, I've gotten a lot better with that. So I haven't taken a nap in quite a time. But yeah, no. This is the first morning that I've actually woken up. Like I woke up at 11, but I'll usually wake up at 8, and I'll wake up before then. I'll wake up at 9. I'll wake up at 10. Partially because of my alarms, and then the other half because I'm just used to doing something. Yeah. My body just kept me asleep. Like my body knew I wasn't doing anything today until we were recording. So I was just like, no, just stay asleep. Didn't even wake me up. Phone was dead, but it didn't matter. I slept through alarms. That wasn't the problem. But yeah. That was the week, man. It was pretty chill. I had a friend come over. That was real nice. And I'm actually going to see Card next week. Sunday.
Sunday. Wait, you said you're doing what again?
I'm going to see Carvey.
Nice.
She was on the pod. If anybody doesn't remember, she was on
Episode
last week's
3.
episode.
Check it out.
Yeah, she was on last week's episode. Go check it out. That was a lot of fun. Go check it out. Don't leave this one. Don't leave this one. Go check it out after this one. We need the views. We need the views. We need the clicks. All right, quit playing with us. But yeah. That was the week. Been pretty chill. Yeah. So we just get into the episode. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to Not Enough Questions.
Episode 5. Let's get it.
Episode 5, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Not Enough Questions. We
hope you like the new banner that we created. It took a little brain power between the two of us.
Yes.
I think I like it.
Yes.
Now we look more official. Now it's not gonna be that little paper thing.
That's facts. We've been working out some of the semantics, some of the look. You know, we've been trying to get it more of a professional look. So yeah, welcome back. Glad to have y'all on today's episode. We are an NEQ home base. It's base per rhyme. All right.
Let's get it.
Welcome. We are developing second base. Second base is going to be Discord. No. It's base prime. That's base prime.
That's base prime. That's definitely base prime right there.
But yeah. We're glad to have you. Today's episode, we got a topic. All right, we got a topic to talk about. You already know. I already prepped you on this, but they don't know, so we're gonna fill them in. We're gonna talk about relationships and flirting today, specifically flirting. Well, so we got a couple questions that I want you to answer. You can answer them with stories. Answer them how you like. First question: have you ever been flirted with?
Have I ever been flirted with?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Following. Go ahead.
All right. So there are two stories that came to mind off the top of my head. I had to think if the first one was actually counting. But I'm gonna do the one that's currently happening right now. Something that I wasn't since you asked the question.
I gotta sit up.
So one of my jobs and everything, right? Mm-hmm. A woman's flirting with me, right? She made the first move and everything. And mind you, I was really taken aback by it. Not because
what's that first move look like? So they can get a picture. Give me a picture. What's that first move look like?
Man, I don't even know. Like 5'6", light skin, dark hair. Very real cute.
I'm not talking about her. What is the first move? What you said she made the first move.
I thought you were trying. I'm like,
did she cross you up? Like, what'd she do?
It's a string of things that I just picked up on.
Okay.
Which I found really weird because this was in the first 2 days of me like meeting her, like ever.
Okay.
But she's like following me around my job and everything.
Okay.
She shows concern for my safety, even though I'm like, again, only 2 days. What else? She told me that she needed me to do something. I'm like, that's really strong.
You're like, there's other people here.
Yeah. What else? So I was asked to give her a ride and everything from a different coworker and everything, right? And I'm like, let me give you my number so you can text me. She's like, nah, here's my number already. It's already on I'm like, wait a minute, you already have this on deck?
Hey, yo. Okay.
But yeah, so I'm like, no, I'm just trying to, see where this goes and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah, what about you?
For me, yes, I have been flirted with, but the thing is, right, I'm very particular. Reason being is I'm dense as a brick. So when it comes to flirting, it's like I'll hear you, and my friends will be like you, for example, right? I flirted with a girl, but it wasn't for the intent that you thought it was. This is back when I got the picture with the girl with the freckles. You remember in the mail center.
Yeah.
That is considered flirting, But that is not what I was doing. I simply wanted a picture because she was dark skinned and had freckles. But as far as someone flirting with me, I'm dense as a brick. So I would need you to be very either upfront or do very specific things for it to work.
I'm the same way. I'm like, please just be very obvious. I just so happened to pick up this time. But I'm like, on most case scenarios, I'm like, you have to tell me because I'm not going to assume anything until you tell me.
Right. So for me, with this specific scenario, I'm gonna call them curly fries. All right, I'm gonna call them curly fries for the sake of name obscurity. Curly fries. So curly fries knows curly fries is watching me, right? Cool, watching me, and they pick up on we're having a conversation like I forget it was like where was it? It was like at a park or something, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm a physical touch type of person, right? That's just how I am, and I was telling them like I like to fight, and they were like, you like to fight?
Oh, you definitely like to fight.
Yeah, I love to fight. Fighting is one of the easiest ways for me to get to know a person. And they were just like, what do you mean? And I told them, I broke it down. I was like, it lets me know whether you're a quitter or not. It lets me know if you know how to get out of a bad situation. It lets me know if you know your strengths, your weaknesses. If you're smaller than me, do you know how to move your weight? All that stuff, right? This is all I need to know and all I learned in the fight. And going forward, curly fries would just start bumping into me. And I'm just like, hey, that's interesting that you chose to do this after the day that I literally was like, no, physical touch is the easiest way to get me to get to get my attention.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is an everyday thing. I'm getting bumped into. Into. And I'm just like, huh. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna write that down somewhere in my brain because I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need to know that. And for me, it worked. That type of stuff works for me because I don't need you to being super upfront works, but that's not an approach a lot of girls take. That's just not.
Unfortunately,
it's just not right. Unfortunately,
unfortunately,
unless they're just they have the amount of literally they just have so much confidence in themselves. They're like, if I go up, he's gonna say yes. And I'm like, okay.
That or they just don't care about the standard of it's supposed to be the guy who asked me out.
Right. They're just like bump the standard. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna get my answers and go about my day. You have to either be very particular to the person, which bumping into me works, right? That gets my attention, I know, or you just have to go up and say it. But yeah, that's how I've been flirted with, and that's the easiest way to do it for me. Speaking of that, what's the worst you've been flirted with?
The worst?
Yeah.
I can't think of the
I have a story.
See, I can't tell you the worst because now I can't think of like a bad time someone's forward because I have to spot.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, because for the audience, the general question that came from this was, is flirting obvious? And that plays into the part of like me personally, I don't think it's obvious. But what's your story? Because I'm curious.
Okay, so for me, back when my apartment had a shuttle to take us to and from campus, right? There was this girl. She didn't live in the complex I live in, but she lived in the complex literally right across the street. And the bus driver was cool. And he's like, if you come over here, I'll take you to your campus. You're chilling. Fine. One day, she was sitting in the front, and I was sitting across from her because I usually just sit in the front as soon as I get on the bus. I get there, and there's the rearview mirror, and then there's the mirror that lets the bus driver see the entire entire bus. She is staring at me through that mirror.
Through the mirror.
Through the mirror. Mind you, I'm in the front row window seat. She's in the front row aisle seat on the other side of the bus across the middle. She's like this, like, bro, when I tell you, I didn't think the girl could blink for a hot minute. I was just like, bro, you haven't blinked in like 60 seconds. I counted. And I'm like, I can't stare at her back because I don't want her to get the wrong idea. I don't know this girl. And I'm like, okay, cool, bet. She's staring at me. I look out the window. I'm like, oh wow, it's so nice outside. Let me check. She's still staring at me. Okay, wow, it's so nice outside. We're almost home, and she's still staring at me. And I'm just like, and I tell, who do I tell? I think I tell Anthony. I tell my brother, and he goes, yeah, bro. Yeah, I was like, yeah, what? He's like, she likes you, and I was like, is that what that was? Because I was scared. I thought I was gonna get kidnapped in broad daylight, and I'm like, dog. I'm spooked. Don't do that to me. That scares me.
Say something.
Right. Because on my day-to-day, I forget that people exist. Right? I forget that people can see me. So the jarring effect of someone just staring at me and not breaking eye contact and not blinking, that I'm in a panic. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's. And then just imagine it being flipped on the other side. Like
Right. So I was just like, if I was doing this to you, you'd be terrified.
You might call someone.
You think this is attractive, and I'm very afraid.
Yeah, and I think that goes into why I think flirting isn't obvious, because what there's no set standard for flirting. Like there's no universal standard. What one person does and considers like, oh, this is me flirting, is another person's everyday life.
Yeah.
Like how you said like touching. Some person is like, oh, I just naturally just touch people. Other people might, like, oh, you touch my back, you're not flirting with me. I see this as
exactly.
sign. And I'm like,
exactly.
So like there's no universal sign for flirting. So I feel like that's why it's so hard for me to say what's the worst type of flirting.
Okay.
It's just I just so happen to pick up this one that's currently happening with me because because another thing that like again, all this happened within like a 24 or 48 hour time span. Another thing that happened was working with someone and everything. And mind you, I want to say is like this is how I perceive it because we are working at the same time. I do the same thing. It's just tone and like little things. I'm like, this is interesting. The person was like behind me looking, and I was dealing with the customer and everything. She was so close to me. I felt her on my shoulder. And like, there's no way. Like, because I do the same thing too. I do the same thing too, but I never had to be physically touched someone.
Yeah.
To where they felt me. So I'm like, this is just the little things I picked up.
Okay.
So we'll see what goes on from there.
Keep me posted. Keep me posted. All
Stay
right.
tuned. Yeah.
I will be asking. All right. I got a new segment. I want to try. Not enough questions podcast. We gotta have somewhere to go get questions. I had two options. I was like, we can go to ChatGPT. I was just like, I don't know. We need something more reliable than that. So we went to WikiHow.
Something that's not as problematic.
Okay. All right. But yeah, so we go to WikiHow because I was just like, what better place to ask questions than a place with pictures? And they got all the answers I need, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got. All right, for all the audio listeners, I looked up on WikiHow how to flirt, right? That's what the episode's about. I was like, all right, WikiHow, they're gonna teach us how to flirt. Let me know if they speak in facts or not. All right.
Oh God.
They said flirting in person, right? They said act confident when you approach her. All right. Say things like, or they say your confidence will impress her and make her more receptive to flirting. Give yourself a little pep talk before saying stuff like, I'm a smart, funny, and good catch. You know, I'm smart, I'm funny, and I'm a good catch. Say, I'm looking awesome today. I could do this. I'm a funny musician. What more could she want? Is this something you do? Yes or no?
It's something that I do. Yes.
Do you think this is working?
I feel like it's a step in the right direction. I don't think I haven't said anything. There's no like red flags. Like, wait a minute. Let me. Nah. I think this is a good accurate.
Okay.
All right.
Next, they said looking for your best. You got to do what it takes to impress the girls. You got to embrace it. It said take a shower, brush your teeth, apply deodorant, maybe even get some cologne. Throw in your favorite outfit and style your hair so you look fierce. Okay.
I don't know about that one.
Okay. Tell me about
how you feel obvious, yes, you have the hygiene and everything.
Yeah.
But like getting dressed up to someone, that's not me personally. Like me personally, I don't step out with my best foot forward.
Okay.
Reason being is like that's an act, right?
Right.
And once you see me at my best, you want me to maintain my best all the time. But if I show you like, hey, this is where I usually am, I can show you.
Then when I clean up, you're gonna be like, oh, you kind of cleaned up.
That's where I'm like, I don't try to step out with my best foot forward because I'm like, that's not the true me. I try to give people the true me, but that's just how I am.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I still don't see no problem.
Okay. Next what we got. Introduce yourself with a smile. A friendly smile will show her that you're into her without having to say a word. Say, hi, I'm Alex. How's it going? I'm Sam. Hi, my name's Taylor. Right? I have something to say about this.
What you got to say?
This would not work for me. Reason being is I smile at everyone. Literally every person I will smile at. No matter who it is. So with me, there's no distinction. So it just looks like I'm just a happy person, which is true. I am. So when it comes to flirting, it doesn't come across that I'm flirting with you, or it may come across and that's not the case. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. I'm just smiling because I'm happy to see people, right? And that's usually how it goes for me.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. The way I kind of flirt is I like to tell jokes and everything. Like I want to make the other person laugh.
Okay.
But I do that with everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. I'm gonna try to make you laugh. Yeah. So unless you truly know what I'm saying and like pay attention to how I say things, you will never know the difference.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
They said give her a compliment. Pique her interest with a little flattery. When you deliver a compliment, use her name to create a real connection. Your hair is beautiful. The color really brings out your eyes. I noticed your Nirvana shirt. That's my favorite band. I want to congratulate you on getting an A in your chemistry exam. I thought it was really hard. Okay, I don't mind that one. I don't mind that
one. Woman who listens to this, please put a description into like if this would work on you.
Yeah, because there is a method to it, right? You can't just go up to someone all the time and be like, oh, this, and that. Because they're like, why are you here? Right? I have no connection to you. I have no clue who you are. Why are you here? And for me personally, with compliments, I'm dense as a brick. So if you give me a compliment, I never compute it and make the connection that you may be flirting with me. I just think, oh, you think my shoes are cool.
Again, I do the same thing.
I'm going about the same thing. Yeah.
Also, I do it just to try to get a tip too, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. How's your summer going? Ask her questions to get to know her better. Cool bag. Where'd you get it? What's your favorite thing to order here? Great Billie Eilish tea. Which album is your favorite? Did you make those earrings? Okay. I see where this is going. I don't mind this.
All right, I spaced out. I'm not even gonna lie. I spaced out for a good minute. I spaced out for a good minute.
All right, so recap. From 1 to 5, recap real quick. It said be confident when you approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Know what you're confident about. Step 2, looking for your best, so hygiene. Step 3, introduce yourself with a smile. Step 4, give her a genuine compliment, and then step 5, ask questions to get to know her better. Right, so what's her favorite music, all that stuff. Let me see how many we got. We got 6.
How many steps we got here?
All right, we got up to 10. All right, we got up to 10. We on 6. It says make eye contact and listen. At the same time, it's okay to look away for about 4 to 5 seconds. Yeah, because I needed that on that bus. All right, I needed her to look away. Because I didn't get the difference between her wanting to kidnap me in broad daylight or if she was truly interested. I needed her to read this.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything. She just stared at me and I was horrified.
And again, she's staring through you through a window, through a mirror. Like
right when we're right across from each other. It's not even like I was
turn
farther
your
back.
head.
We're both in the first row.
Turn your head just a little bit. That one,
right.
Make that 90 degrees.
That's what I'm saying.
And do something. Take some action.
It said lean forward to know you're interested in her. They said hit that Michael Jackson lean. It said hit that smooth criminal to let her know you're interested. That's all you need to do. I'm letting you know. A girl has a smooth criminal on me. It might work. That's kind of heat. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of heat. All right. I'm sorry. I was like, wait, you're kind of strong.
See, now I didn't see how there's a lean, like how some people lean into each other, because I naturally lean backwards or stand straight up. I don't lean forward. So I kind of just want to see what this lean looks like.
It said while leaning, make sure you don't invade her personal space. If she backs away, respect her need for more space. I like that.
Okay. That's very, very crucial information right there.
Okay, this is where you come in. Tell her a joke, funny story that can make her laugh. She'll want to keep talking if you have her in stitches. Okay. Deliver a funny joke, share a silly or embarrassing personal story. You can totally be funny. Just practice sharing your stories and you'll be a pro soon. Okay.
All right. And with that sparked my idea of my worst. You're going back to how flirting was really like your worst type of flirting, and it came from me.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to tell the story at the end because it's a doozy. You know, it's with Miss Lisa.
I mean, go ahead. No, say what you're gonna say.
You see what I gotta say? So to summarize this Miss Lisa story, I'm trying to flirt with her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make we're having conversations for about 2 hours each time I see her and everything.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she wasn't interested.
Right.
And when I say at the end of the day, this is a span of months.
Yeah.
She ends up moving. I get her number, doesn't respond back, and that's when I kind of find out, oh, you weren't interested for real.
Yeah.
So that's a very quick version of how that sparked that. One of these days, I'm gonna have to go back into actually explain in detail all this story because I'm leaving out a lot of crucial things.
Yeah. We'll loop back around to that. Number 9, we got 2 more. Touch her lightly. If she's comfortable with you, making physical contact is a great way to flirt with a girl. If she seems uncomfortable or pulls away, back off and give her some space. After that, let her take the lead when it comes to touching. Okay, I read some awful WikiHow articles. This is good. This is more up to date, and I feel like this meets a lot more bases than hey, just going for the kill type of approach.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad they're putting if they feel uncomfortable, don't
just leave. Right. Like don't do it. Like stop, because there are plenty of people who read this, and if they don't put that, they don't know to stop. Right? They just don't care to stop.
They just keep going.
Yeah. For me, I'm just like, yeah. If it's the reverse, that works for me, cause you doing something like punching me, you something like literally. Curly Fries would just run and bump into me and then dip and just leave. And I'm just like, you literally came over here. You bumped into me to almost try to knock me over. You knew I wasn't going to get knocked over because of how I move. I'm just a bigger guy, so I'm not going to get knocked over. And you giggled and walked. And I'm just like, for me, this works, right? It may be a little rudimentary, a little high school type thing, but I think it works for me. That's how it works. But in the event that I was just like, I have full respect that I know it would stop. You know?
Yeah, and I feel like it works because it's obvious enough. It's like you have all this other space to go to. Like you have to be doing this intentionally.
Yeah. All right, last one for this is again flirting in person. So last one, and then we'll do a recap. The picture says how you doing, how's it going, Dollface, and it's a guy doing a finger gun. It says tease her gently if you're already close to her. Bring up inside jokes so she remembers that you are really close. Additionally, call her cute nicknames like Kitty Cat and Smarty Pants.
Type of names.
How's it going, Dollface? You're so funny. You must have a Netflix special coming out any day now. Wow, Jenna, your shoes are almost as bright as your smile. Okay, those are corny.
Yeah, I'm like
don't do that, right? But my thing is nicknames. I'm really good at nicknames. There's not been a nickname I've given someone that they haven't liked, whether it's true or not, right? Or like true could be what I mean by true or not is
it's accurate to the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I'm really good at nicknames, so I pride myself on my nickname game. And that's usually my personal connection to a person. No matter if we're friends, no matter if I'm flirting, that's my personal connection to a person. Because like I gave you this nickname. If other people start calling you it, I give it to you first and you know that.
I like that.
Right. And even still, like I have nicknames for people and all these other people use it, and I'm just like, I gave them that. You don't know what that means.
You don't know where it came from.
You don't know the roots, the history.
Nah.
So, yeah.
But on just the brief little stint on nicknames, in high school, I gave a person 43 nicknames.
Oh my God! Why?
Anything she did wasn't, mind you, it wasn't like us flirting. It was just us. Like it was like an inside joke. Anything she did, we call as a nickname. Mermaid, Glass. There's so many of them. Like I can't
keep up with.
Catch up. Like there were so many of them. But let's get with this recap.
I'm like, that's a lot to keep up with. And the funny thing is, right? I love a good nickname so much that I will choose to give certain people certain nicknames. Like I have a laundry list of aliases. I've told people my nickname to families, and they're just like, "Oh, we know him by this." And then a friend will mention my real name, and they go, "Who is that?" My government, and they'll be like, "Who is that?" And I'm just like, they never knew. This whole time, they never knew.
Yeah, because your government, you have so many aliases. You can go in every state and like be a different person.
Saying. I can get away with anything. They'll never know. And the funny thing is, they start asking my friends. My friends will start calling me different stuff, and they're just like, "Who? Y'all can't be talking about the same person." I'm like, "You don't know," but yeah. So last thing we'll do a recap, and then you want to go ahead and close it after that?
Yeah, I got I'll close it. All
right. So recap. Flirting with a person in person. Start with confidence. Make sure you know what you're confident about. Second, go hygiene. Third, introduce yourself with a smile. Fourth, give her a genuine compliment. Fifth, we got ask her questions to get to know her better. And then 6, we got eye contact. When she's talking, make sure you listen closely. 7, the funniest one, lean forward. Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal lean. Lean forward. Show her how strong your calf muscles are. That you are able to
break the laws of gravity.
Right. Literally break the laws of gravity for her. So she knows how serious you are about her. That's important.
I'll do anything for you, baby. I broke gravity.
Right. Literally turn into Sigma off of Overwatch. And start floating. Number 8, tell her a funny story, make her laugh. That I agree with. Laughing is always good. That works on me too. Number 9, touch her lightly, and if she's comfortable with you, and they have the caveat of if she backs away, let her have her space and let her initiate if she's still feeling you. And then lastly, tease her gently. Stuff like that, that's personal stuff, right? That comes down to inside jokes. That comes down to being like, hey, like, I don't know. Y'all gotta have inside jokes. Y'all have to talk enough to have inside jokes.
Yeah. And I think that's what this whole wiki is missing. that this doesn't have to be in the very first conversation you have with this person. It can be over time. To skip from step 1 to 10. It's not like an all everyday. Well, bam! I did this. I'm flirting with you now. It takes some time.
So no need to rush. And again, something that I live by: if you have feelings for someone, it does not mean that you have to pursue the person. That is okay.
That is true. That's
true. It. So keep that in mind. It's been a great episode.
Yeah,
we ran a little long today.
Yeah, no, we're getting it. We're gonna get it. But I need to do this one because we're a word of mouth podcast right now. So and so I've been asking my friends. I asked the same question earlier. I just want to give them the response before we move on, before we close out and everything. My friend Jenny, right?
Okay.
To the question of is flirting obvious, right? Verbatim, this is what she says. That's a yes and no answer. Flirting can be obvious, but it doesn't have to be. Most people make it obvious so they can. I don't know why I'm reading. So they can get to the end goal faster. Some people don't realize that they are doing it either. I've been told I'm flirting with people, but in my head I was simply saying what I thought. It's definitely a case-by-case basis, which is why I said yes and no.
Okay.
I've had people mistake me being nice and flirting, and some people mistake me being nice as flirting, and vice versa. Okay. My flirting is just being nice.
Right.
So it just depends on each person how obvious they make it. Some flirting is very blunt. There's no what you say, just what you said directly. But yeah. That is.
No, I agree with that 100% for sure.
Yeah, but that was my friend Jenny, and whatnot. I'm letting you guys know right now. I'm making up these names. The stories are real. These do come from real people, but just in case I say something that they don't want to get tied to, I'm making up a name for them. I'm letting you know that right now. But
I'm like, and that's something we'll continue to do just for ambiguity's sake. If the person doesn't mind, they'll let us know, and then we'll say it on the pod. But for the sake, we'll use aliases, different names, nicknames, all that stuff.
Yeah, but I think that's it, right? That's it.
That's it. Close us out, my boy.
Hey, so you know what it is. Ask yourself, ask others. Never stop asking questions.
Never stop asking questions. All right. Peace.
See you.